I got a secret to tell you, and I'm gonna need you to promise not to tell anyone. You see these mans right here?
俺はエンジン。しがない掃除屋だ。
He's the certified gatekeeper. I know you watched that last episode and thought bro popped off, but nah, he was just aura farming. He ain't even show you anything. He just showed you the bare bones, the basics. So because I like you so much, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you the spiel and tell you about all of his powers and just how strong he is. Cause this guy right here, yeah, he's one of them ones. He's one of them ones. So yeah, let's not waste any time and get right into it. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Similar to a lot of characters, Enjin is currently being portrayed in a way that hides his abilities. When this is done in an anime, it's usually for the purpose to hide what a character is currently capable of because of a huge reveal much later down the line. Still, there's stuff we can work with that helps point out just how strong Enjin is. Really, what he has on his side that's the best indicator for his strength has to be his portrayal. Like, I want you to understand that this guy was just casually hanging around in a no man's land in the very first couple of episodes of the series. A no man's land is by far the most dangerous area in the ground. Any average person that manages to find their way there will almost die instantly, and even no member of the cleaner will just willingly go there unless they absolutely have to. And if a cleaner is gonna go there, they're gonna go there in a group. No cleaner is going there on their ones. So yeah, Enjin just casually hanging around in a no man's land by himself. Yeah, this dude is different. So much so that during the trash storm arc, Zodiu sends Fu to handle him. Now, Fu might seem like a harmless idiot, which he is 95% of the time, but when Hai takes over his body, Fu arguably becomes one of the deadliest characters in Gacha. He broke Jabba's hand like it was a twig and instantly one-shotted him. Mind you, Jabba is by no means a scrub and is very powerful in his own right. So for Zodiu to assign Fu to fight Enjin, clearly he thinks super highly of him and regards him as a very capable threat. Now, the very first indicator for how strong Enjin is his vital instrument, the Unbreaker. It's really no surprise, but the stronger your weapon or abilities are relative to others in your verse, the stronger you're gonna be. Like, Sukuna is the best sorcerer in Jujutsu Kaisen because of his mastery of all aspects involving cursed energy. At the same time, it also helps that he has a powerful curse technique like Shrine. His life definitely would be made much more harder if he had a trash technique like, I don't know, tool manipulation. Same thing applies to Enjin. The Unbreaker is a top 10 and maybe a top 5 vital instrument in Gacha, and that helps us predetermine a level before we even analyze anything else about him. Now, let's talk about Unbreaker. Unbreaker is very powerful for the most part because of its excellent offensive and defensive capabilities. Its drill-like capabilities have been shown to easily tear through trash beasts like they're nothing. This is impressive because trash beasts are made of metal for the most part, which means they're extremely durable and tough. Unbreaker being able to do this is no surprise though, because when you break it down, drill attacks work much differently compared to a blunt force attack or slash attack. Drill attacks concentrate all the rotational energy on a target and keeps applying pressure. That constant torque allows drill attacks to pierce through their target and tear through it, rather than just damage it on the surface like a blunt attack or cut through it like a slash attack. Drill attacks, while slower to land, are much more devastating than blunt or slash attacks. That's not all. The drill-like abilities of Unbreaker can also be used defensively to slow down or deflect attacks because of the torque. The high-speed rotation creates resistance against incoming forces, making it harder for strikes to land cleanly or maintain momentum. Another thing about the Unbreaker is that it can actually grow in size. That's crazy because it's already effective and powerful enough, but Enjin can actually just increase the size and even make it more powerful and more effective than it already is. I know you saw the Unbreaker do this in the anime, but I don't even want to use that example because there's even a crazy example in the manga I want to point out. Enjin created a super-sized version of the Unbreaker that was able to drill through the inside of Zodiu's trash beast to get to its core rather easily. This trash beast is arguably the most powerful one shown in the series. It was the size of a town and was powered by 4 vital instruments, one of them specifically for protection and the other being Amo's boots, which is part of the Watchmen series. It just goes to show you how powerful this trash beast is if it's powered by these type of vital instruments. And Enjin was able to casually carve through its insides. Enjin simply being in possession of the Unbreaker already makes him a handful. Now, when analyzing Enjin stats, the best thing about him definitely has to be his speed. We've seen Enjin multiple times in the story just blitz people and completely catch them off guard to the point that they barely reacted or they just couldn't react. The first time we saw this was when he hit Jabba in the stomach to stop him from kidnapping Rudo and taking him back to the Raiders. The second time was when he smacked Maimo with the Unbreaker in his base. This one is pretty impressive because him and the gang were at the top of a stadium and he just got from the top to bottom in about a split second. We also saw him do the same thing to Gil. His speed just caught her off guard and he almost got a hit on her. He was also able to dodge the attacks from her breaking balls rather easily. Mind you, this same attack was so fast that Rudo couldn't react to it. So when it comes to speed, it's clear that Enjin is in a class of his own. But that doesn't mean his AP is weak. It's the opposite. The very first instance when we saw him in the story, he just blistered a bunch of Rhino trash beasts like it was nothing. He took out a couple of them in one single motion. And that was just with him swinging his Unbreaker around and not using the drill-like capabilities. That's another thing to point out. The Unbreaker can be used as a sword because of all of its blade. Those Rhino trash beasts were in a no man's land, meaning they're typically some of the tougher ones you could come across in the pits. Give or take, the Scorpion ones in Penta should be comparable since they were also in a no man's land. Zanka and Ryu, while fighting the Scorpion trash beast in Penta, definitely had their hands full while facing them. By no means were they struggling, but it took a couple of hits before they were able to take them down. Enjin was able to take out like 4 or 5 of them with one attack. The attack he used was Octo Shredder, an attack where he leaps into the air and launches to the ground in a tear-shaped form to cause a massive amount of damage, not only to his targets, but to the area around it. This is Enjin's most powerful attack shown in the series so far. When it comes to almost every trash beast Enjin has encountered in the story, Enjin has one-shotted all of them, the only exception being the humanoid one in Tori. But even then, he was easily able to tear through its body. That trash beast just could regenerate. That's why Enjin's attack weren't effective. That's really everything AP wise we've seen from Enjin in the story, but even with the limited showing, he's already proven that he's a beast and a clear level above many of the other givers in Gacha. Durability wise, there hasn't been much to go off of in the series because he hasn't been in a fight, let alone a challenging situation. We've seen him being slowed down by Norday's last burst and being knocked unconscious by Delmon's Thirst Quencher, but neither of those attacks really did any lasting damage. Granted, to be fair, when it comes to the attack he took from Delmon's Thirst Quencher, he did have the charm that he got from Remlin to protect him from a fatal attack, but I don't even think he used the charm. I just think he tanked it. For Enjin, I'd say it's the defensive abilities that his Unbreaker provides that are just really impressive. He was able to stop an attack from the appendages of Zodu's Mishra. I put a lot of stock into this because of how powerful Watchmen series vital instruments are, and so far in the story it seems that Mishra is the most powerful one. So for his durability and defensive capabilities, he can block just about any attack with his Unbreaker, and even if he takes an attack, he's not just gonna get knocked down. When you look at everything, you honestly can't name 3 characters at this present moment that are better combatants than Enjin. Maybe only Zodiul and Corvus, and that's about it. He's honestly a one-man wrecking crew that can handle any situation by himself that would require entire teams. Enjin is well respected by his allies and feared by his enemies. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I want to see him more fights. His abilities are amazing, and the fights in the series are dope as hell, but that's just my opinion. How strong do you think Enjin is? And if you enjoyed this video, check out this other one. That's all for me. Thanks for your time. Love ya boys.